Formulas of science and mathematics are quite boring and hard to internalize, but the scene is absolutely different if the stage shifts to the world of motorsports. Formula One, a global sport with millions of followers across the globe, is currently in its 70th year. There are only a few people who don't love to watch a whole lot of fantastic racing cars of top brands racing with air and enjoy a series of marvelous Grand Prix events. If you are among the rest of the majority who love Formula One, then this video is for you. Welcome to our channel, and in today's video we are going to inform you about the latest updates about Formula One, the competitions, winners, driver market, and much more. So let's get into it without wasting the time anymore. Max Verstappen emerges the hero of Hungary. In the 2022 Hungary Grand Prix, Max Verstappen highlighted the event with his splendid performance, managing to clinch the topmost spot in the points table. Although he started quickly, his pace began to slacken in the middle of the race and he was pushed back to the 10th spot. But with an ice-cool temper and consistent speed accumulation, he managed to take his Red Bull to the first position, surpassing the once dominating Lewis Hamilton, whom he finally defeated by 7 seconds. Sainz shares his dilemma. The well-known Ferrari driver Carlos Sainz lays bare his dilemma about steering any vintage historic car in his career. This is because he fears the risk of getting these priceless cars damaged, as has been the case with Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc before. Vettel drove Nigel Mansell's championship-winning 1992 Williams FPU14B at the British Grand Prix in July, while Leclerc crashed three-time world champion Niki Lauda's Ferrari 312B3 into the barrier at a demonstration in Monaco. Torn between the excitement to be a part of history and the fear of getting it damaged, Sainz stays unsure of his future stance regarding driving a piece of history. Alonso joins Aston Martin. The Spanish celebrity Fernando Alonso is going to join Aston Martin in 2023. This thrilling announcement of a multi-year deal has been made following the 2022 Hungarian Grand Prix. This two-time Formula One world champion was dissatisfied with his former contract with Alpine because they were reluctant to upgrade into a fleet of sports cars from 2024 onwards. In this contract, Alonso is replacing Sebastian Vettel, the all-time favorite four-time Formula One champion, who is retiring to enjoy greater personal space with his family. This contract is going to be the final opportunity for Alonso to attain the peak because the age of 41 years is on the wrong side of favor, and the owner Lawrence Stroll is on an incessant quest to find out the best talents in the motorsports field. Ricciardo struggles for the McLaren contract. The Australian racing car driver Daniel Ricciardo is not in a watertight position to get the McLaren contract in the driver market of F1 in the year 2023. Daniel has not been pretty consistent since joining the Alpine squad in 2021. He could be provided with an IndyCar drive, but McLaren has a good number of other racing vehicles which need to be well-driven too. The company is already having their eyes on the probable substitute for Ricciardo if the Australian star has to be there on the sidelines in 2023. This significant list includes another Australian superstar Oscar Piastri as well as Colton Herta, both of whom McLaren has tested. The availability of Piastri is going to be furthermore complicated since Alpine also waits to bag him after Alonso's departure. Mike considers Lance to be an underrated talent. Mike Crack, the team principal of Aston Martin, is of the viewpoint that driver Lance Stroll is yet to receive the limelight he actually deserves. Having a well-known and well-respected father like Lawrence Stroll, the pressure of expectations is always a bit heavier on young Lance. After joining the team in the beginning of the year, Crack disclosed to F1's official podcast, Beyond the Grid, that Stroll has never driven a race-winning car. Despite the lack of desired field experience, he delivered an exceptional performance in terms of excellent pole position in the 2020 Turkish Grand Prix. In addition to this, Mike remarked in the podcast that Lance is much better, much more polite, and much more hardworking than people think. It's also interesting to note that Stroll's idol is the four-time Formula One champion Sebastian Vettel, whose influence has been a driving force behind his racing career. Mercedes attempts hard to make it to the top. Mercedes has boosted up its record to make itself a respectable space in the top tiers of the table. In France, Lewis Hamilton secured the 4th position, whereas George Russell managed to clinch the 6th rank in the success list. Both of them were driving Mercedes, taking it to a new height in the history of Grand Prix success. But Ferrari and Red Bull still remain the harshest rivals since they captured the top 2 positions in the race respectively. James Vowles, the strategic director of Mercedes, said that they are missing 9 tenths in qualifying and few tenths in the race itself. However, the team is working a great deal for substantial improvement, which was evident from the fact that in Hungary, Mercedes won its second straight double podium at the back of Ferrari, though the track was not suitable for a dual U13 model. In the near future, Mercedes can be expected to consistently top the Grand Prix events if their persistent research and development continues like this. Red Bull ties up with Porsche. Red Bull announces a 10-year partnership with Porsche, which will allow the German energy drink brand to purchase 50% of its F1 operations. This business collaboration needs to be approved by various antitrust organizations, including Morocco. Following the successful execution of this proposed tie-up, Red Bull Racing's power units will be labeled as Porsche from 2026. The sister squad AlphaTauri is expected to walk through the same road, though the Fianza outfit will be in the hands of Red Bull. Miami pockets millions from Grand Prix. After arranging the inaugural Grand Prix in Hard Rock Stadium, Miami is being flooded with profit. The Florida event has been reported to consolidate the local economy by $350 million USD. As per expectations, F1's second American race was sold out with a huge celebrity presence. There was a record accumulation of 243,000 spectators across 3 days, and 23 million people witnessed the event on their television screens, amounting nearly 30% of the U.S. Grand Prix of the previous year. Miami became super rich owing to the hostage of the event. As per verified reports, visitors had spent 150 million USD during the race week, and 3,000 workers were paid more than 100 million USD. After this mind-boggling achievement, joining F1 next year is in the top checklist of the USA, and it plans to come up with Las Vegas in addition to Miami and Austin as the location of the event. Perez chooses to splash the water. Red Bull driver Sergio Perez has decided to take part in the all-electric race boat World Championship E1. It's established as Team Mexico, which will join the race under the Mexican flagship. Sergio's team is the first team to join this competition, which is the brainchild of Alejandro Agag, the founder of Formula E and off-road competition Extremely. Besides Team Mexico, 11 other teams will join the tournament on the E1 grid in 2023. This championship has been planned to achieve the mission of spreading awareness about protecting water and coastal areas. Keeping this eco-friendly theme in mind, all the race boats will use innovative hydrofoil technology. Perez is only too excited to clinch victory in this special water race. Magnussen's dream comeback boosts Haas. The famous Danish driver Kevin Magnussen has made a shocking return to the world of Formula One with former team Haas for 2022. Magnussen's journey was, however, not silky smooth. He missed the opening 3 days of preseason running and was sent back into the Haas squad for the preseason test in Bahrain in March. He had worked extremely hard to overcome the problem of slow pace, similar to the trouble of Schumacher in gaining speed. Since then, he has gained 22 points and made a remarkable comeback with 5th rank in the opening race of the season. So which of the above-mentioned news and updates you love the most? Please comment down below and also mention if there is any more interesting update which is not shown in today's video. Like and share this video with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from us.